Frostglade, you emerge from the glade and the north side of Torland. You stride out, in your mind, you've been thinking about you need to get back to the island. You need to slay this creature. And you need Falas and you need Okri. They know the lay of the land. Off you go. Yeah, you see Okri. He seems like he's heading towards the bar right now. What do you do?
Oh, I speed up and catch up to Okri.
Bort, you hear the telltale rustling of a tree, and it's getting closer.
Out of your good ear.
Yeah, out of my good ear. They're both good ears. I'm wearing my helmet, so let's say my hearing is normal right now. I think I'm still hanging on to that monster manual from the last session thing.
Forgot about that.
And so I've been poring over it, and I clutch it tighter and kind of just like stiffen my body.
So Falas really, really wants to look at that book.
Really?
Not that he can read it, but he would love to look at the pictures and just be like, "Oh, that one looks cool to hunt. I can make a really nice hat out of that one." So it would be cool if you were like, you're going to meet up with Falas at the bar and we like pour over the book. Like, I wouldn't take it from you, but I would love to look at it and maybe have someone read it to me.
Like a bedtime story?
That's a little bit of a nightcap at the bar. And then...
Do we know about the book, Dave? Because I would also be pretty interested in it.
To me, that's up to Bort, like whether or not he would have, kept that a secret or he's been sharing it.
I think I shared it with the last group. It was pretty brief at the end, but like everybody saw me kind of, I think I brute forced that like chest open.
You skulked off, taking all the treasure for yourself.
Yep.
Oh, right.
I think I told them about the book though.
Okay, well I know that Frostglade has been too busy to have heard any rumors, so he doesn't know about it for sure. But assuming I spot who I think is Okri, I'll catch up and be like, Okri, come. We have something to kill. Okri, come.
I just grunt and all I really like catch from that is something to kill, and that's very intriguing to me.
Oh, right on. Good enough for Frostglade too. A grunt is more than enough. Come. Where is Falas?
It's terrifying.
Who?
So then
Falas
kind of opens
awareness?
the door.
Okay, good.
Yeah, Falas opens the door from the bar. He's just like, "Come on now, Jort. You're gonna show me that book, right?"
Not here. I don't want to show you the book in front of like everyone in the bar or the tavern.
in front of the tree.
And what do you propose?
Around here. Point to maybe a quieter, dark corner outside. Mm-hmm. Once we're all kind of like settled in, I look around and I make sure that nobody's skulking around or watching or anything. Very protective about this. This was like hard fought. Yeah, and I open it up. I assume it's as like big as my arms because I'm probably very small. So I open it up.
You're short, but you're not small.
Yeah.
I'll just say that.
Well, I mean, like it's all like a relative scale, right? So like,
yeah.
Please tell me there's pictures in this book.
And I open it up like facing towards you, and I kind of just like hold it up for you to flip through if you wish.
You open this up, and it is titled in large blocky letters, "Where the Wild Things Be."
What? Where? Where? I help like say it out for you. Where?
Okri already tried teaching me how to read. Okay. I think he's all but given up on me. I'm sorry, there, George. He's like, his little eyes are a little wide. He's just nodding. He's like, huh.
Just permanent eye roll. It's a book of monsters. Start flipping the pages.
Okri, where did you find that?
Old ship.
What?
He says you find it on an old ship. You find a lot of things in ships these days, especially the sunken ones.
Some old ship.
Frostglade's gonna look at the book a little bit more closely for the first time. He's really just in a hurry to get going, but then he notices a little bit about what it is, and he sort of reaches to it very carefully, and then just sort of grabs one page and looks at Okri Bort expectantly, like, is this okay? Okay, I guess that's yes.
I pass it over.
I thought Frostglade speaks grunt.
He's gonna flip through, and I'm looking specifically for crypt ghouls and flying super crypt ghouls.
So you can tell as you read through this, it's written from a first-hand perspective. You know, you could kind of imagine a sort of like a Charles Darwin-esque, you know, like biology kind of log. This adventurer who's like been exploring the Sigmar Islands in the past.
That's good. Charles Darwin did draw a lot of pictures.
And yeah, there's some really interesting sketches in there, and you cross an entry that is, you know, similar to the creature that you actually saw in the pagoda's top level. And I'm actually going to pop in a picture into Roll20. So you see here a massive, almost humanoid bat, with giant elongated teeth and fangs, thick mane running down its back that has been, you know, eviscerated and scratched. And you have a pair of long talon-like daggers on wings. You know, as you see this creature being depicted, it's crawling up over several rocks. The entry goes on to talk about how they had seen a creature with this description, like skulking around their camp one night, and it had actually dragged off a pair of their horses.
Oh, jeez.
It goes on to say they didn't encounter it again, but they did find like many creatures splayed open and like devoured over the course of the next few days.
It's got a lot less leather than I thought it would have. Barely can make one pair of shoes out of it.
How big are your feet? That thing might be giant.
I think you're talking about yourself, not me.
Yeah.
So no other notes about it, like, you know, I don't know, weaknesses or abilities or anything like that.
Any specific weaknesses, elemental or otherwise?
It's weak to bullets. If it bleeds, we can kill it.
The log goes on to call it a Varghulf courtier.
Oh, neat.
It is, it's classified in here as an undead creature. It's depicted as being, you know, a bit of a hunter, so it, you know, has a very strong sense of tracking, like, things that are bloodied. They realized that one of the nights that they were found by this creature, they had actually, like, caught game and were, like, you know, cleaning and cooking it, and that they think that that's what drew it in. But you know, they also, like, they never saw it, and this kind of goes along with what you were experiencing before, where they never saw it during daylight.
Cool. So Frostglade, what's my name again? Taps the picture a couple of times and says, "Oh, actually, Frostglade's still under the." He looks really closely at Bort. I want to make an awareness to see if I notice the differences, Dave.
Sure. Yep.
Yeah, I've got probably 2 successes.
What's the DN to realize that Bort is not Okri?
I think it's a 4 at this point. I think a 4-2 seems pretty reasonable in this case. Cool.
Then I got 2 successes.
That's way more difficult than I thought it would be.
Yeah. Well, are you adjusting it for Frostglade's racism?
Yeah, exactly.
His inherent bias.
So you kind of like go to say Okri again, and then you realize, you know, you're kind of just standing in this air of wrongness.
That I am unfazed. So Frostglade realizes that, and then looks over Bort and just shrugs really slowly, taps the picture twice, and says, "This is what we have to kill."
Oh, you're talking about doing it today?
Now.
What is there a reward?
There's the off chance of shoes.
What?
I like materials.
I believe Mr. Okri was saying that we should probably go and collect the jade statue as well.
Oh, jade statue! Sign of us, kill him.
All right. Well, I guess we make a trip out of it. I thought. Do you know if the supplies are ready to deliver to those people? I forget the place with no windows.
Yeah, far and solo. Frostglade just shrugs.
Can we assume that we can just do all this stuff in one trip?
Oh yeah. This is you would be able to notice that they are they've been loading stuff up. You know, it hasn't been that long since you got back. You know that Alma and Hector, who you brought back with you, are eager to get back home as well. So yeah, there is activity going on, you know, to get ready to go.
How big again is our little dinghy?
Indeterminate. It was
it's convenient. It's a plot-sized ship.
It's it was roughly like a a mini sloop, a mini slooper. Yeah.
I know exactly what that means, Dave.
It's a small it's a sailboat, basically.
I thought there was also no sails. You told me last time there was no sails. It's a Schrodinger sail ship.
Sailboat sized.
Frostglade asks Bort, can you fight?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Falas, let's go.
Right on then. Bort, Frosty. Daddy's gonna get him a new pair of shoes.
And then we star wipe.
What? Why do you keep saying that? Nice try, Dave. Reverse star wipe.
Yeah.
We're still here.
Is there anything else you guys need to do on Torlin before we
Nope. I want to make sure that we do have the families and they're heading back. That's all.
I want to learn Frostglade's clan history so I can recite it along with him.
You'll get your chance.
I don't want to leave the tome
You're bringing
behind,
the book?
so I'm gonna just I'm gonna find a slot or a space maybe between like my rig and my actual back and just like pop it in there.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, so you all climb aboard. Hector and Alma join you, and
Nice.
you make your way over.
You have 3 years worth of supplies.
You have a very substantial amount. So they'd said before that it's probably a couple months worth. Like it's feeding a town. So if you guys do send these supplies, we would actually introduce a rumor where your supplies are running low. So just want to make sure that that's something that you guys want to do.
Well, we're selling it. We're not just giving it to them, right?
Well, so
I don't think that solves the overarching problem here.
Because I believe it was a deal that Okri had done.
No, the idea was they would sign into your big coalition.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, sure. Let's make food a thing that we have to worry about in the future.
Okay.
Sounds
cool.
like a future me problem.
God.
Frostglade, you're sitting sitting or standing. I don't want to speak for you, but you feel a gentle tugging at your elbow. Excuse me.
I look off and every direction but where I'm being pulled from. Also, I use Soulfire. I'm cranky tonight, Dave. Of course, I'm going to look down very carefully and shift so that I can see who or whatever it is.
You knock the old lady into the ocean.
If it's a human, Dave, I spaz out and knock it into the ocean by accident.
Oh my God.
I'm really scared of humans. It's a new character trait that I'm working on. Okay. Oh my God, guys. We're never getting off this boat.
Is this in tandem with your suspected racism?
Oh, it's obvious. The racism is obvious, but yes, yeah.
Oh, okay.
You spot Alma next to you. If you recall, this is the elderly woman that you brought back from the brink of vampiric infection.
Hi.
Hello. As she tapped on your elbow, she kind of looks at you very carefully. Can you tell me a little bit about where you're from?
So, sorry, the reaction was all my own. Frostglade gets a smile on his face, and he bends, doesn't bend, he goes down on one knee so that he can be more at head height to her, and he recites his clan history to her. Isaac, the player, knows none of that! Theater of the mind!
There's a montage, and it just happens.
Yeah.
Montage. We need a montage.
As this happens, a genuine smile kind of comes across her weathered with her
weathered and cracked visage, Dave.
It looks just like the wooden bark of your skin.
Yeah. And you realize, you're not so different. No, she genuinely seems to be actually, do a check. Let's do a check.
Oh, I just got away with it, guys. It was so close. What kind of a check? It better not be entertain.
I think this would be an intimidation. No, devotion soul.
Yeah,
that poor woman.
How dare you ask about me?
Guile, he's lying through his teeth.
Devotion soul, 4-2.
Devotion? Well, fortunately, I've bumped up my soul, so I've actually got 2 dice to roll now. Thank you, Dave.
Ooh, okay.
4-2. I'm gonna totally fuck up my own story. 2 4s. Woo!
Hey. Okay. Great. Good job.
Good job.
way to know.
Yeah, way to talk about myself. Anyway.
She's very patient and interested, and like where I think a lot of others would maybe be alienated by the different like culture and differences and terminology that you're using in your story. She asks all the questions that she would need to in order to understand more about where you came from, and asks some questions like about you and your journey here. And then as that ends, she just kind of like taps you on the forearm and says like, well, I'm glad all of that brought you here to save me. Thank you. And she reaches into her bag and she pulls out a long strand of ribbon, and she said, I know it's not much, but this has always brought me a lot of strength when I needed it. Would you mind? And she kind of holds it towards one of your branches.
Tie a pretty little bow on his head.
Oh, just
so when I'm going to rewind time just like 3 seconds. When she says, well, I'm happy you came and etc. saved me. That's great. Frostglade will very carefully and slowly put his gigantic hand on her shoulder and give it just the gentlest little squeeze, and very earnestly say, "Oh, die!"
Oh God.
In Frostglade's mind, he's killed this woman so many times for some reason. No.
What?
He gives her a nice. He gives her. It's a previous session thing. It's fine. He's really a nice guy.
He has a plan to kill everybody he meets.
He gives her a nice gentle squeeze. I deserve all this. And he says, only life matters. And he means it. And then he's super happy to have a ribbon wrapped around whatever branch she can reach.
Awesome.
Not my neck, Dave.
Tie it around his eyes and then cut a little eye hole so he looks like a Ninja Turtle.
No, like it would probably be lower, right? Because he's pretty tall and she's probably a.
Well, he's been.
I'm down on one knee.
I see.
He's proposing.
Yeah, we're married.
Frostglade, what color is the ribbon?
I think it's going to be an earth tone. So let's go with like really deep maroon, red, crimson, that sort of a thing.
Cool. Where I think as she's kind of like looking for a place to attach it, she's a little bit hesitant because she doesn't really know your biology or anything like that.
You shouldn't be touching that.
Oh no! Yeah.
Oh.
That's fair. I deserve that.
He would almost certainly present like his arm if it looks like she's struggling a bit. He would just put his arm his forearm towards her. Does that work?
Sure. Kind of she wraps it around and kind of does a little like not like anything too overt, but she does a little like tie off kind of bow on the end of it, and then she pats it and is like, "It's yours now. Thank you very much. I hope you bring a lot more safety and joy to other people in these islands." She gives you a tap on the cheek like any good grandmotherly figure would. And she goes and sits back down on the ship.
He just smiles and nods and waits for her to step away before he stands up so he doesn't accidentally step on her.
So is Falas is piloting the ship?
Yeah, and by piloting we mean he's rowing the boat, right?
Single-handedly.
Just like last time.
Without much time after that conversation happens, you do see Far and Swallow coming up off the horizon in the distance. You see, unlike the first time that you arrived on the island, you do see the pitter-patter of little footsteps as you see the various villagers, putting their homes back in order. You can actually see from here they've started to pull up all the broken boats from that were smashed in the harbor before. And you start to see life returning to this little town. And without too much time or effort, you're able to pull up your little landing craft and affix it to one of the docks. And you're free to get off.
That's the way to do it, Dave. Don't give us any chance to not get off the boat. We would just never get off the boat.
Yeah.
All right. So as we like off the old lady and her family members and the supplies and stuff, we had talked about doing the endeavors, and I mentioned if we were doing like shopping, if I could just quickly purchase potentially a hand crossbow before we head off to the Citadel.
Is there a merchant around?
So you know that Ekrund has a fair amount of supplies in her little outpost here. What kind of supplies are you looking for?
I was originally going to get just a hand crossbow to just go with my repeater handbow. I'm assuming handbow and hand crossbow is the same thing, and one is just a repeater and the other one's just normal. I thought about getting a pistol instead, but it does cost a little bit more and doesn't fit with the ammo I'm already packing. So story-wise, makes more sense.
There's a lot of pistols in the group so far, so you want to kind of do something else.
Yeah, well, pistols all have the loud modifier, so
yeah.
My handbows effectively are like guns. They do 1 less damage, but they're quiet. And because it's like a gamer thing, and I feel obligated to do it, if I don't do it, people are going to yell at me. I don't want to do this, mind you, Dave, but is there some way I can get a discount?
You tell me. Do you have any sort of traits or talents? Some people have talents to get discounts.
I am persuasive.
Just haggle. Yeah.
I have advantage in the post test when persuading or seducing. Is it now when I seduce Ekram?
So your whole arc has been leading up to this moment.
Will you screw up this merchant for all of us?
Using guile.
Am I using guile?
So, yeah, looks like it.
All right,
so I have check.
I have just like all my stats. I have terrible guile.
Okay.
But I have advantage. I have no idea what advantage means, but I have it. Oh, I roll a 6 and a 5.
She gets 1 success, and you had like 2.
I had 2, and I have advantage, whatever that means.
So let's oh yeah, you're good to go.
Hand crossbow, normally 35 drops of the good stuff.
So how does this play out? Ekram is in her outpost. She hears you approach. She opens the door, and then what does Falas do?
Ahoy there, Miss Elder. We brought the supplies and we brought the people back. And we are thinking we're going to go and hunt the big monster we saw back at the tower. I was wondering if you would be willing to go without one of your weaponry. I would pay you, of course, but I don't have much money. So I was hoping you could, give me a special deal or something.
Oh, it's good to see you again, Falas. Come in.
Falas has got like his hat, kind of like ringing it in the middle a little bit. He's super nervous. He's just like, oh man, I really hope she gives me a deal.
Yeah, she kind of has her back to you, and she starts kind of rummaging through like a big kind of storage locker of weapons. Like, yeah, we'll make something work here. I just wanted to say, Falas, thank you for coming through. Like, it would have been really easy to just move on and not go into any danger or anything.
Well, that's what we're here for, or at least that's what they tell me we're here for.
Yes. Well, if there's anything you'll need, or if you need to like me to keep an eye on any sort of goods or anything, just let me know. I'll see what to do if I can. And she pulls out a hand crossbow. It's actually hewn from like this really nice red oak, and it has like ripples of almost like a really deep green, and it has this like silver band on the front of it. Where the bolts come across. To be honest, I'm not sure whose this belonged to originally, but it's still kept in excellent condition. I do have limited resources. Normally, this would go for 35 drops. Would you be all right with 20?
I would be more than happy.
Wow!
Excellent.
And Falas, like he's probably not even thinking about the money. He sees how pretty it is, and he's just like, I want this now. So he's just like, whatever she said, yeah, here you go. Falas can count, so let's go with that.
Okay.
Hands off.
Great.
20 drops.
Awesome.
Especially when
I don't know how the currency would work.
When the
it's a
currency
liquid,
is your lifeblood, learning to count is kind of important. So
that's true. Yeah. She kind of like glances aside. Is there anything else that you all needed while you're here?
Okri, show her the book.
She like her eyes flip to Bort and then up to Frostglade in a very direct manner. I don't believe we've met before. She holds out her hand. You haven't met her yet. This is Ekram. She's a fairly elder Kharadron Dwarden.
Well, you don't know. Okay, could have changed his exosuit.
She puts out a hand to you. It's a pleasure to meet you, Dowie. What's your moniker?
I kind of like take a step back and just Bort gives her a little wave and just says, Bort.
Yes. What skyport do you hail from, Bort?
Quick roll of soul devotion to
Bort. So
what we're talking
about. Bort like looks around nervously and he's like,
This here's my friend Jort. He doesn't say much. He does.
I don't have a place that I call home anymore.
I can relate to be completely honest. I moved out to these here islands, and Farnswell is my home now. So hope things are looking up for you wherever you are. Well, anyways, is there anything else I can help you with? Any supplies you need?
Bort is going to ask if she has any etheric supplies. I don't remember exactly what that material is called, like it's like ether gold or something like that.
So ether gold is like a gas that like powers the equipment.
Yes.
So let's see.
You got gas, old lady?
Yeah. Or any metals or materials or.
Sure, let's see what you would have here. Most of the rarity of Kharadron stuff is exotic, so she doesn't have very much. We can do a roll to see what she would have. The one thing that she does have, because we established that in a previous session, where was it? It was I think it's an Endrin harness that she had.
Okay, I think I already got one of those.
I think you do, yeah.
Yeah.
Full up that's kind of the thing that's based off of, yeah.
Yeah, unless it like looks a lot nicer.
It does not.
just trade it.
Yeah. Hers is pretty worn down. Honestly, it's probably like a fairly old model. She would also have an etheric grenade. If you're interested in that. That is expensive though. That's 85 drops.
I don't have many drops. Falas, you want to do more bargaining?
I've only got 25 drops left myself.
That sounds so dope. I want to make it happen.
I don't suppose you could work out something special for my friend Jorts as well?
I'm gonna pull out the book and I'm gonna be like, how much for this?
Oh, okay.
So Frostglade's been watching this whole thing with a little bit of embarrassment because he realizes he called her him Okri. And then he hears Falas call him Jorts, so he doesn't think he has the name right still. So he's been very quiet, but he sees you pull out the book and his eyes just get really wide and he's just like rumbling uncontrollably now.
Yeah, you can see Falas is also kind of like distressed because he wants his picture book.
How much for the book?
Ekram looks at Frostglade and slowly kind of reaches out her hands to take.
I try to sell it. Like, it's very rare. It's full of good pictures.
Yes, selling point, you know it.
So she's like, well, I need to take a look through it first to see what it would be valued at.
Okay.
Okay.
So Bort totally stole the treasure from the other group and brought it here and sold it, and then we're gonna go grenade something with it. That's awesome. That's really funny.
I haven't made that decision yet. I want to know how much she's willing to buy it for, essentially.
Sure.
When they say knowledge is power, this is not what they meant.
She doesn't appraise on it, and from her stake on it, she's certainly not a biologist or anything like that. Like, she's a pretty practical-minded trader. She kind of like looks it over, like, it's it could be useful as a guide. It's a single copy written from perspective. It's not really verifiable how accurate this information is. To the right buyer, you could probably get a fairly hefty sum, but I don't think I could go above 30.
That's not quite enough. Who wants to give me drops? I'm about to go all in on this grenade, guys.
How much do you need?
I have 45.
I don't have 45. I've got Falas has 25, but he kind of want to keep some in case he might die.
Yeah, I know, right? Because it's also like out of character. It's also the healing pot, right?
Mm-hmm.
The grenade sounds so cool.
Do you have slots for it? Because you have to power all your elements, right?
I will drop something to carry it. I'm gonna. So, are you guys like visible? Do both of you look visibly uncomfortable with?
Oh yeah, Frostglade is distressed. Yeah, he's just making noises right now.
Falas is more like sulking more than anything else, so like you can ignore him if you don't care about his feelings.
I'm gonna look over at Frostglade and like tap on the book and be like, big boom boom.
Only life matters.
Yeah, Falas
That is
is also confused.
the correct
it's like
response.
the riddle that he doesn't understand. He's
While he's puzzling that out. Sorry, Frostglade's going to quickly flip the pages and get to the special courtier super ghoul. You know the one with the picture.
Yeah,
the horse.
That's what I said, Dave. Okay, listen. If you're gonna, taps the picture and asks Ekram,
"Do you know this?"
No, I'm afraid I'm not familiar with anything like that.
This is what we go to kill.
It looks horrifying. Well, I suppose you dealt with a lot of these sorts of things before. I'm sure it couldn't be any more difficult or any more life-threatening. I believe in you.
Oh, that's nice. Frostglade's, she's explaining how it's probably not that dangerous. He's like looking around, just like shifty-eyed, and then he's like,
"Yes, yeah, it'll be fine.
It'll be fine."
We're gonna go get myself some shoes.
Why? Wait. Why would you want to make shoes out of this thing? It's clearly undead. The skin is rotting.
Frostglade face palms. He's so tired of hearing about shoes.
I still question the shoes motive.
Falas just takes trophies from any rare creatures he kills and makes something out of it, and he doesn't have what is my crafting skill? I have 0. So I have all the things I craft are very amateurish and terrible, but yeah.
Okay, Bort's gonna interject and be like, "Look, if we kill this thing, I'll make something for you."
Oh, so that would be lovely.
That's nice.
Thank you, Jort.
So long, and she slams the door behind you.
Aww.
Yeah.
Ready
and willing.
Let's go.
And Frostglade sets a good pace. Not like sprinting or anything, but we're hustling. Well, hello there. It's me, Dave, your DM. Pull up a chair, why don't you? Just kidding, guys. Actually, it's Isaac, and I play Frostglade in the Questward Age of Sigmar Real Play podcast.
Thank you for listening.
So we're in a 2-part saga right now, and after this arc, we're doing a behind-the-scenes episode, which I'm really quite looking forward to. It is a real pleasure to be Frostglade and to be a part of this podcast, and if you're listening and enjoying, I would love it if you went out and provided some positive reviews wherever you get your podcasts. Next episode goes live on December 23, and, wherever you find yourselves while listening to this, especially if you're struggling a bit with 2020's endless challenges, I hope that you're safe, you're happy, and that you're gaming. It's been a real pleasure to perform for you, and I hope we bring a smile to your face. Thanks again, and do take care.
You make your way through the trail, through the woods. You remember this bog that you had to go through last time to reach the pagoda, and you remember that it was decorated with, with animal corpses around the perimeter.
Yeah. Frostglade wants to make an awareness specifically to tell if there are any new corpses about, because that would let him know probably that the thing's escaped and is hunting.
Cool.
Would you like to tell me some numbers, or should I just?
I was just enthralled in my own narrative. 4-3.
4-3. Oh, it's awareness. I was trying to do survival.
Yeah. Awareness.
Oh my god. Okay, I hope I roll this well for the rest of the session. We've got a 6, a 6, a 5, and a 5.
Woo! So you can kind of tell a few things from a roll like that. First thing you actually kind of detect is that when you got into this bog before, it was deathly silent, and it was ringed with these corpses.
Nice.
You actually hear in the distance, you hear chirping of birds.
Ah, right on.
While there are still corpses, lining these posted up on trees, you do see them. They've been dried out, and you don't see any new corpses.
Nice. Do I also notice that Bort is not Okri?
At this point.
Okay. I think I'm going to just assume that I still don't know. We'll get there at some point, but
we've traveled together for long enough that you can't bring it up now.
Okay. That's fair. So at some stage through this trip, and you guys are gonna love this, but Frostglade bends down and takes a deep breath and just looks around and listens and closes his eyes. and he seems to be like communing with nature. And he turns to you guys in an almost a creepy way. Well, everything he does is kind of creepy, I guess. But he just goes,
Only life matters.
with a big smile on his face, and then he gets up and trucks off.
So you say, Frosty. I always follow the model that friendship is the true treasure.
Frostglade barfs, but for no reason.
Bort just says, yeah.
Frostglade, the only way through this swamp is through it. Unless you want to like skirt your way around. But the last time you remember, you had to like endeavor your way through.
Yeah, I'm worried about Bort and Bort's weight, but I did it once before, so I'll try it this time.
Pretty direct.
Well, that was out of character. I'm sure Bort's lovely.
It's all in the rig. It's all the rig.
Right on. So Frostglade sort of like puts his arm out to Falas and sort of like climb aboard type of like motion.
Yep, I'm used to this. Falas just hops right on. Assumes the Captain Jack Morgan pose.
Nice. It's clear that you're used to something if you say, yes, I am used to this.
Yeah, that's also what I say when I'm used to something. I let it be known.
This is completely normal.
Yeah.
I am used to this normalcy. And then after Falas is comfortably like resting on Frostglade more or less and holding onto branches, Frostglade puts his... Okay, so real question, Dave. See, when combat starts, I'm going to be wanting to make use of things like a great bow and a great sword and a scythe.
Mm-hmm.
It's really hard to carry all that stuff, even imagining how I could do that without at least actually carrying one of these things.
Could you give
what
it
do
to
you
someone
think?
that's carrying you?
Yes, I can.
You could hold it in your hands and like ski pole.
And you guys will just
My
just
rig
hold
has
on?
some like grabby. It has some
last
grabby
time
hands.
last time we said we were just like we got like our foot in like some of your knots and we're just grabbing on.
Well, I'm carrying one more giant item this time, and that's the giant sword that we took off of the courtier. So I'm a little concerned that,
you have that right.
somebody will call me on it. That's the great sword. It's for Bort. Frostglade's got this giant, ugly slab of barely sharpened pig iron steel monstrosity that could probably be a sword. And he's carrying it around with probably not a small amount of difficulty. Anyway, if they can clamber on me and somehow manage my gear, I still want to do all of this.
Cool. I think that's pretty reasonable, but it's going to be a might body check. So
I don't see where you're getting that from, Dave, but okay.
Yeah. It's a might body, and it's going to be a 4-3. You're sinking into the swamp up to like basically your ruddy calves.
Ruddy?
What do you do?
What's your
Sorry,
language?
muddy calves.
Oh, okay, that's fine then. All right, here we go. Oh my god. Oh, nope. 3 1s.
Oh no!
I had 2 successes. 2 successes.
Gonna roll a D3.
Shit. 3 people have drowned.
Falas. Falas, do you still have wounds on you, by the way?
That is a good question. How do I heal said wounds? Actually, no. I'm all full up. Apparently, I think something about completing a quest or something. Like that
after a long
everything. So I am A-okay, Chief.
Awesome. So then, what I'd like you to do is roll a Fortitude body check, and that's going to be that'll be a 4-3 as well.
Crap!
I'll have to roll perfect on that.
I'm sorry, Falas. I dunked you. I didn't mean to.
I definitely did not pass.
Okay.
No.
As
Frostglade, getting in my shoes. Good thing I'm getting new ones.
Gingerly takes a step, and his trunk-like legs meet a bit of a sinkhole spot. And as he goes to steady himself, he swings one arm forward. That causes Falas to go careening face first into the swamp. Falas, it's murky, brackish, and very, very thick. And you feel this gentle caress all over the fleshy parts of your open skin. Which I don't know, on Falas, is that just your face? Do you have any other exposed flesh or anything?
Hands?
Gentle caress?
Okay.
Yeah. And as you come back up from the water, the other two see these like long, black, tube-like things hanging off of his face.
Time for some bloodletting.
I'll laser it.
No furniture.
God's eye!
God, I'm just gonna blast it.
You're like, trust me, hold perfectly still.
At the earliest convenience, I'm gonna try and blast one of those things with my
So what
laser.
bad stuff happens to me now, Mr. DM?
I'm just going into the rulebook. We're having all sorts of new things that happen.
I use soul fire.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. There you go. Just burn it off.
Okay, so you are poisoned. A poisoned creature's dice pool is reduced by 1 for all tests.
Fuck.
Wow.
That's a lot.
That's
pretty rough.
Yeah. For how long? And how do I not be poisoned?
It's fine. I'm gonna put my fingers down your throat. You'll be okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna blast those whatever's hanging off your face. You'll be fine. Don't worry. Don't move. This laser is very precise. Don't worry about it.
So you're standing in the middle of the swamp right now. You are poisoned. Falas, what do you all do next? You're about 2 meters away from Frostglade. The swamp water is like up to your nips.
Up to the tree nips, the turnips.
Falas's nips. Yeah.
Well, I would definitely, struggle my way over to Falas.
Oh, fuck,
to
I just realized
try to,
you said turnips. Yeah, sorry.
Hilarious. And get him back onto myself.
With having that failure, you're able to make it to the other side of the swamp. And
Nice.
you set Falas down gently, like putting a toddler to bed. You notice that these large tubular masses hanging off of his face are pulsing.
I definitely want to roll medicine to just star wipe to the next part of this, Dave.
I want to blast them. I want to try and blast one with a laser.
Either just
Sure.
kill them and then cure the poison. Kill first, cure poison next.
I see it. It disgusts me. I need to get rid of it.
But you're not actually going to shoot them on his face.
I am.
Right.
I'll turn
Look,
the side
it's a
profile.
it's a very precise laser.
She uses it for, or he uses it for welding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I did this last time, but I'm gonna the dial that I used to turn up the laser last time and blow up the eel. I'm gonna turn it back down to minimum, so that's like a surgical little zap.
Phasers set to stun.
Yeah.
Ballistic skill body, and let's hope you don't roll poorly.
Okay.
Let's. They're gonna have a defensive poor. So whatever your. Actually, yeah, just do a ranged attack against them with them being a poor defense. So, what's your ranged attack ladder?
Average.
Average against them being poor. So you are. You're only 1 higher, so it's DN3. So roll as many dice as you have for your
Falas
God's Eye.
does the thing, from Titanic, where Jack looks at Rose and she's like, "I trust you."
Don't worry about this. Sorry, a little refresher. Am I just rolling the dice pool, like what I have?
Yeah, you're rolling the dice pool, and then the average against poor determines what the DN is. So
you roll your dice pool and you count anything that's a 3 or higher as a success.
Oh, okay. I have 2 4s.
Awesome, that's enough. So these things, as they pulse and throb, you hear this God's Eye and then it's like a Superman beam that just eviscerate these things off the front of Falas's face. They scorch and turn to ash immediately. And really good thing that you did that, because if you tried to pull them off, they would leave like a stinger inside.
Oh,
that was my backup plan.
Yeah.
I was gonna cut them off, but yeah.
Yeah.
Lasering them was cooler, and I was willing to take the risk. I guess medicine, right? I just chug all the pills I have on me.
Yeah, that's how medicine works.
If it'll help, Dave, Frostglade would work with Falas to figure out what's wrong with him, and then maybe even roll a survival or something to find.
Let me assist you, right? Because I can
things.
give you bonus with my thing.
Cool.
Somehow, right? I assist you. I have 1 training, so I think I give you 2 extra dice on your medicine roll.
Okay, that's a lot of extra dice. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that means I'm rolling 66s.
Well, so this would be a medicine mind in this case, since you're
Nice.
you're basically diagnosing him and trying to treat.
Well, with 66, Dave, it's impossible for me to fail. So I mean, I'm just gonna go ahead and roll it.
Let's do a 5-2 here.
Impossible to fail.
You are being helped, right? So
Literally.
did you get an extra bonus from Falas?
Yeah,
You'd get
so that's
1d6.
extra-
2,
Oh.
yeah, right? Because you have 1 level of training. Because you get 1 dice for being helped, because he's trained in it, and another per level of training.
Yep.
Yeah, so
Beauty.
yeah, I think that sounds like 2. Yeah.
Yeah, so I've got 2 successes, a 5 and a 6.
Whew.
Phew.
There are 4 pock mark like holes that have been like pierced through his face.
The
and
2
you kind of
leeches made 4 holes?
Oh, was it like
there's 4 leeches.
Oh, there was 4 of them.
Oh, there's 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
I imagine 2 of them on my cheeks, and they just leave this like like Pikachu little circles on my cheeks.
Well, we can say
I thought they
there
were
was 2
like
of them that
up
were
here.
there. Yeah, yeah, they're grabbed anything. Frostglade, you know that in order to get this poison out, you're gonna have to suck it out.
Whatever. Okay, so whatever you're about to say is fine for Frostglade.
Are you saying that he's gonna have to suck Falas' cheeks?
I didn't.
Well, and forehead and other parts of your body. So, Frostglade looks you over really slowly and carefully. Like, and keep in mind, his hands are, like big enough to probably palm your head. And he just goes,
Hold still.
And then slow. It looks like Frostglade's going to eat your face. He'll do
Bort
it. He has no
just
problem
watches in bewilderment.
Okay, that's 1.
Okay, that's 1. 3. 1 down, 3 to go.
We star wipe. We star wipe to later.
Frostglade reaches up, pulls the star wipe back. Nope, we're doing this. We're gonna be here till midnight, folks. Okay, star wipe.
Bort just gives that like Tom Hardy like thumbs up.
Star wipe, and everyone's crying but Frostglade.
So at the end of the day,
right.
you're sitting here in the swamp. Frostglade, you avoided potentially fatal poison, and honestly, I think you all grew a little bit closer as friends, a lot closer.
I don't think. Well, my heart grew several sizes. Yep.
Let's keep going.
I don't know. We should probably make camp. It's been a big day. Frostglade was in a hurry, but
yeah. How long was that? How long was that medicine session for?
Oh boy! Brown chicken, brown cow.
You make your way out from the copse of trees, and you look towards the pagoda and the fortress on the hill. So for Mariel's sake, I'll also re-describe it, I suppose, for the audience. You see the towering pagoda. It is roughly 4 tiers high, and it's surrounded by a wooden palisade wall that's built out of these massive tree-sized stakes stuck into the rock, sort of like a torii gate on a winding path that leads towards it. And you see the field of stumps still laid out in front of you, with the one singular tree. And there are a lot of rocks on those tree stumps, Bort, you notice, that seem very purposefully placed.
Yeah, we did a good job. Frostglade is chuckling to himself as you guys enter the clearing. I don't know how to do Frostglade's chuckle. That's fine.
Oh my god!
Oh, that's a new sound, Frosty.
Frostglade ignores everything around him because I don't want to continue that conversation. He does have his bow knocked and drawn because we've seen this thing out and about in the past, so I'm ready for it. I'm scanning the skies.
We actually had a really good party for a flyer. We're all range. We all have range attacks, which is good.
We should definitely head inside and then trap ourselves on the other side of that planar gate and fight it in melee. Who's with me? Okay, anyway.
All right. With you all the way, Frosty.
I'd like to roll an awareness check, Dave. But Frostglade isn't really slowing down unless he notices anything.
Awareness 9. Let's do 4-2.
And you see
I got
that
2 successes.
Bort is not okay.
Yeah. I lied. I have 3 successes.
I think he recognized that a long time ago. We're just not gonna acknowledge it.
We'll see.
So you spot a couple things. Like the bog behind you. You actually spot a pair of rabbits that have moved into this clearing, and they're just munching on some grass in between the stumps.
Nice.
And you do see a couple birds kind of like perched on the top of these palisade walls. They're kind of making some movements around. You slowly notice that the gate to the fort is open as you left it. Let's see what else. Yeah, that'd be pretty much everything you notice from here.
Okay. Frostglade just looks at his 2 allies and just nods once, and then starts jogging across the clearing to the pagoda temple.
I assume you both follow?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Falas has got his new hand crossbow, very pretty, red hewn, green silver inlay, and he's got his cutlass out.
Yeah, so you make your way back inside, and you spot the downed canvas that you had cut before. You do actually smell, there was a heavy iron blood smell that was here last time.
Okay.
It seems like it's dissipated quite a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, you're standing in the courtyard.
Cool. I think we should go inside. Frostglade heads for the door.
Make our way to the top.
Yeah, so you make your way inside, and I want everyone to make awareness 4-2 as you enter.
Awareness, huh?
Nice.
Which one is awareness? Is that?
It's the one that says awareness.
Oh, but like
boy, welcome
the
to the group.
Murray sass. Yeah. Awareness mind 4-2. Yeah.
Mind. Thank you,
Frostglade.
Dave.
You're welcome.
I'm sorry.
Frostglade's got 4 successes.
Oh, fantastic.
Falas has 0. All right.
Bort has 3.
Oh, look at all you aces.
Nice.
Frostglade, something is different when you step inside here. You know,
No.
this place this place was decorated with lots of bones and other kinds of like fleshy bits. But you step inside here and you actually feel like it's aged like 200 years. The wood is far drier and more splintered. There are, you know, thick cobwebs that have piled up around the pillars and the arches. And the statue in the center is still here, but you notice that before you had thrown away like all of the bony bits that had been on the cinder jade block, and those bones that were there before are no longer there. In fact, you don't see any bones around at all.
Huh.
A lot's changed since the last day.
Where is everything? Time passes strangely.
Well, the statue's still here, and that's really all that matters.
Only life matters.
And with that, Frostglade's going to switch to the greatsword, and he's just going to start heading up the stairs because we've got a job to do.
So you make your way up. If you recall, the layouts, the square rooms all the way up. The base level that you had here, there's a staircase that leads you up to like that kind of mid-level walkway. Frostglade had taken some time to hack a hole in the wall, letting in some light. And I believe there were a couple other things on the ground level opened as well. So there are kind of these singular beams of light kind of crossing, god rays coming through, kind of like almost like a crosshatch sort of thing. And you can kind of see like heavy dust drifting past.
Crepuscular rays.
Yeah, as you make your way to the second level, you remember that the room above you was where the dining table and that big fight you had with Lucius was. So you're just heading all the way up?
Yeah, unless there's anything at all that we notice other than the things you already mentioned. Yeah, I'm pretty keen to just get up there and figure out what's happened up top.
Bort's trailing behind you too because this is all like new to him.
Frostglade's heading up first, it sounds like. And so as you rise to the second floor, you ascend that staircase to the dining area. You are immediately faced by something different. You see a silhouetted figure sitting atop the charnel throne, which is the throne of skulls and bones and everything. And you see
I destroyed that.
It's back.
Shit!
And you notice a golden goblet clutched in an outward hand. Its head is pitched backwards as if it's in a face of uproarious laughter. You see that they are leaned back, legs crossed on the arm of the chair. The room is deathly silent and illuminated only by a single lantern placed in the center of the table. And you see sitting at the guest tables along the dining table, the corpses of the crypt ghouls that you had slain previously, still eviscerated and slashed. Some have been actually posed into this tableau of figures enjoying a very celebratory dinner party. They're all laughing, holding empty cutlery. And there are two key differences from what you saw last time. The first being obvious that they're not moving. They're completely still. And the second, they no longer have skin on their faces. Each face has been skinned, leaving a skull-like grin. At the head, at the charnel throne on the other side, you actually see this figure that you had previously killed, Falas. They're on the throne holding this goblet, and their face has been carved and stitched back into a very wide Cheshire cat-style laugh. And it is frozen in place as well.
I only accidentally killed one person, right? And nobody knows I
Correct.
did it. It could have been anybody.
Everyone Okay. The banner, the banner that you had seen behind the throne before, with the emblem of the Midnight Society with the skull and crown jaw, has been ripped along the center, letting like the jaw kind of half hang low.
Is there anything that I can shoot and ask questions later?
There's many things you could shoot. The world's
There's
your
the
oyster.
lantern.
You could shoot Frostglade.
Yeah.
There's a lantern there, yeah.
Bort spies the golden goblet and it's gonna start slowly making his way towards it.
Awesome. I was gonna hope you said that because this is an audio medium. As much as I approve of the shimmying. Okay, so you charge ahead. You forge ahead into the room.
Cautiously, but I'm moving. I'm definitely making moves towards this glittery gold
Okay.
object in the distance.
Bort, as you walk up the stairs and, as you said, enter the room, you feel something tug at your foot, and you hear a ting. You notice a tripwire laid across the base of the door has been triggered, and you hear, you hear from your right as you enter the room. There's a wooden ladder leading up to a hatch. You hear a mechanism trigger and contort, and that ladder falls, and the hatch itself explodes into splinters, cascading down along the floor.
What?
So wait, what happens? Does a boulder come down and start rolling towards us?
No, it's almost as if that hatch exploded out.
Huh.
This was the hatch that led up to the bat things and
correct
the mirror world.
Yeah.
It's all right. Don't worry
Okay,
about
well, so Frostglade's definitely going to start moving into the room now.
Okay.
And he's really interested. Probably, oh man, it's tough not to pay attention to everything in this room. He wants to get to the hatch and to see if it's like still like there and open and like usable. Is it still a hatch?
Well, so the hatch is not there anymore. There's a hole in the roof.
Oh, okay, great.
Perfect.
Also weird. I don't quite get what's going on, but that's fine.
Sure. No, I can re-explain, like in terms of the details that happen, the sequence of events and everything.
I think we're pretty clear. It's just that so there's no longer like stairs leading up to this hatch. It's basically like the hatch itself has just been
the
busted.
tripwire. Like, did it made the stairs fall out?
Huh. So the last time, well, this isn't a time to have deep conversations, but the last time we were here, all we had to do was walk up those stairs and enter the next level, and we were in. I'm pretty sure we were in a different universe, essentially, or a different plane, because we got up there and the ground was covered in ash. Yeah, so, I mean, this could mean that the door's wide open and there could be a bad thing coming to us right away, and I really hope all the bodies come to life, Dave. Frostglade wants to start attacking bodies.
You're free to do whatever you'd like.
I'm pretty sure he loses his nerve a bit and targets the throne with the guy, and he wants it to all disappear. After
so what's the thing that's
greatsword.
holding the goblet?
That is the body of the person you had killed.
Yeah, the thing I'm about to kill. Again.
All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Frostglade.
Yeah, go ahead and make an attack roll.
I swing so hard.
And you got so far.
I've got 4 4s. That's pretty good, right? We can do that.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, you swing with your. This is the weapon you took off of the Sir Percival.
The courtier, yes.
Yeah.
The
You
courtier.
swing it, and it plunges into the newly freshly constructed throne, and just it explodes into bone splinters, and the body atop it goes careening, flying, falling into a mess. You slash it into bits. That happens without reaction. As that happens, you hear all these bones clatter across the floor. Do an awareness 4-2.
Everybody or?
Even me?
Yeah.
Everybody.
Did the goblet go
Especially
rolling?
you. It did, yeah. Bort's tracking that, yeah.
3 successes.
I got 1 5 and 2 1s.
Okay.
Falas continues to not see anything.
I also got 1 5 and 2 1s and
Get out
a
of my
3.
head.
And a 3.
Yeah, we're too busy watching the goblet roll on the floor.
Did anyone succeed?
Oh, I did. I got 3 successes.
Okay, so while these two mooks are watching all this this happen, if you have a heart or something, it's probably pounding in your chest.
Yeah, I think so too. Yes.
And you hear a singular massive thud hit the ceiling in front of you, and you look to the hatch and you see a pair of vicious eyes staring at you, crimson red, and you see drops of this viscous saliva drop down from the hatch onto the floor. In a flash, it's initiative.
Well, this is why we're here, but I did not expect to find what we found. What is happening, Dave? What the heck?
It's spreading.
Frostglade 5.
Give me yo initiatives. 5, okay.
Bort 6.
Ooh, fast board.
Oh, fast.
Small and fast.
Awesome.
Like a cannonball.
Yeah.
Love it.
It's that low center of gravity.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Falas with the very steady 3.
This thing's probably slow, don't worry about it.
I was tempted to actually boost his initiative, but then I realized there was some talent I was looking at where if you choose to go last, you can do more damage. It's like careful aim or something like that. So I might end up just staying slow and go.
Now, what's going to happen here is as this kicks off, Frostglade and the Varghulf are going to have a surprise round. And the other two will have to follow. So this thing will go first, then Frostglade, and then the order will start over, and the order will be Bort, Varghulf, Frostglade, Falas.
This is only the second worst surprise party I've ever been to.
Yeah.
Good luck, everyone.
Oh my god. Oh jeez. Oh no.
Go ahead.
Oh, why?
I hope we're still just looking for the goblet at this time.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just a bundle of nerds,
Falas
Dave.
and
It's
I are
fine.
like,
Let's go.
oh, where'd it go?
I rolled underneath a table.
I'll also caution you, please be aware of your talents, your skills, your abilities. Rely on each other, coordinate, and you might get out of this in one piece.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
Oh god.
So, to talk about zones, this whole room is divided into 2 zones. We'll kind of cross the line kind of in the middle of the table. So there's the western portion where this hatch is. The throne is on the boundary between the 2 zones, and then there's the back area. So this thing, the floor above will be an additional zone, and then we'll designate new zones as we need to. So it doesn't move. You see it pulls itself through this hatch, and you realize actually now seeing it at its full size, it's massive, and it slams into the ground, kind of like knocking you all in surprise. Where is everyone in the room right now?
So I crushed the throne, so I'm probably next to the throne, or what used to be the throne.
Yeah, I was going to ask you. I don't know where I am.
Where
would Falas be? I mean, you all walked into the room.
Yeah.
Yeah. I walked in first and hit the tripwire.
Yep.
When I saw, and I guess Frostglade pushed ahead and went on a little bit of a frenzy.
Frostglade took 5 actions in 1 turn, as per usual.
Recited my clan history.
Whatever direction the goblet rolled in, that's the direction that Bort was headed in. I'm not sure how far he got in this amount of time, but that's about how far.
Flavorful enough as I think that would make sense. Yeah.
Falas would be walking in cautiously. I would say he's kind of halfway into the room. I mean, if I get to choose, I want to be in the zone that the bat creature is not in. But
that'd be very convenient. Yeah. Tell you what, let's roll a d6. 1 to 3 is left, 4 to 6 is right, and I rolled a 4. So you were on the right side. Lucky boy. Okay, so it is going to move to Frostglade. You see this creature walking on its wings, kind of like a wyvern, with its massive claws digging into the wooden floor here. It scrapes along, and it starts to move slow, and then it outright just charges. And what is your defense?
Good, I think. Defense. Good.
Let's see how it goes. It's going to attack you with its dagger-like fangs.
Hacks.
Why doesn't it shear itself up when it just, closes its mouth? Asking for a friend.
3 + 1, so 4 damage. And it has the quality of penetrating, which means that it ignores 1 chunk of armor. How much armor do you have?
2.
Okay, so yeah, we'll take 1 off that and you suffer 3.
Roger that. And that goes directly against my toughness, yeah?
It does. I need you to make a 4-2 body athletics test.
Ooh.
Oh, Dave, there's nothing else to roll. That's fine. I'll just take the damage if you want.
Turns over.
Was that athletics?
It is athletics 4-2.
What kind of weird thing to ask to roll is that, Dave? How weird is that? So weird. 2 5s? Yeah, 2 5s.
Yeah, that'll do it. Okay, cool. So you avoid being restrained by this creature.
Interesting.
And then it's going to use a metal.
No! What?
You see it kind of rear back as it gets a first taste of woody flesh.
Are you allowed to use metal during surprise rounds?
That's a good question.
Quick, while he's distracted, shuffle the board. I'm sorry, I brought the entire game to a grinding halt.
No, you're right. You cannot use metal, so that's all it'll do.
Suck it, Trebek.
Nice.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Frostglade, it's your turn.
I definitely used metal during the surprise round. Can I last time I reached out and grabbed the guy and then we killed it. Can I grab him then attack? Oh wait. We're doing one thing. I'm not using metal. I guess I just attack him with my greatsword.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
That's what I'll do. So I am a
got
good
an extra D6 for the attack because it charged, but I guess it didn't declare a charge.
I doubt it, Dave.
Yeah.
Nah. Fake news.
Well, its defense isn't reduced. Yeah. So, oh well.
Oh.
It has a defensive quality of good.
Okay, so versus my good, how does it affect things?
It's even, so you're on 4s.
Okay, roger that. All right, come on, big money. Soulfire, big money. Okay, so 3 successes, 4, 5, 6. That's not so bad. I'll take that.
No, it's pretty good. Okay.
And that comes out to 5 damages with the greatsword.
Nice. Okay, awesome. So it soaks a little bit into its like undead hide, but takes 4 damage.
Nice.
So you're attacking with your greatsword?
Yep.
All right. And now we go back into normal order. So it's Bort first.
I am within medium range of Falas, right? I think.
You are.
Yeah, looks like it. Okay, I'm going to take this opportunity to use my tactician talent. Is that what it's called? Yes.
Oh.
I'm going to look over at Falas and in game, this is how it's going to play out. Like, I'm going to tell you to take aim for the leathery wings. You get to add my mind dice pool to your roll, your
my
next
attack
roll. Yeah, which is 3.
And I think have enough dice for this.
I think that's the best way I can like role play that because I don't have any like weapons to toss to you, so I'm just gonna try and give you like some strategic tactician's advantage.
Yeah.
Huh. That's great.
I can only use that once per round, so don't squander it.
So it's actually it's the other thing is someone can only be affected by it once per round.
Right. Okay.
So like you couldn't have multiple people like getting your glass cannon to shoot multiple times with bonuses.
So 2 questions. One, not really a question, is I just imagine we're both looking at the cup and then Bort realizes there's a thing going on first and just kind of like grabs.
Well, like
Falas
there was that whole surprise attack round, and I assume we saw that happen.
Yeah, you would. Yeah.
But my question is, can I do a called shot with this action? I want to shoot him in the face.
Oh, what? That's crazy. Wait, and then you're still going to take your turn normally?
It can turn this whole thing around, turn this boat all the way around.
Well, it says when you make an attack. So it sounds like because the action you're taking is an attack, it sounds like this works. If there's an exception, I don't see it. So sounds like it.
Yeah, it says choose an ally and make an attack.
Okay, so I normally get 6 dice for my range attack. So I get 9 dice with Bort's additional 3. I am going to do a called attack and aim at the head, which will increase its defense.
Defense by 2. Okay, so it's going from good defense to superb defense. And what are you attacking with?
I have good accuracy, so I need to roll 6s.
It's 2 steps or more higher. Yeah, it's DN6.
Should I just do damage then, or should I? I forgot it was 2 steps. I thought it was just 1 step. But if I stun it, it's going to make a huge
arms and legs
difference.
are 1 higher.
I'm going to try it just this one time. Trust me, guys.
That's what I said about Hail of Doom several sessions ago, and I couldn't stop.
I did it. I did enough anyways. So I rolled a whole bunch of 1s and 2s and 3s, which don't matter, but I have a 6, a 4, and a 5, and I have 3 focus that I can put into those to make the 3 6s.
Oh God!
So
we're all in on this.
Focus. Hang on. You have 3 focus?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so it gets the stunned condition.
It gets the stun. It takes 2 damage, I'm assuming, right? I dealt 3 damage.
Yeah.
It has 1 armor. Takes 2 damage, and it's stunned, which means a couple of things is going to happen. It can only attack or move, cannot use metal, and its defense is lowered by 1 level.
Okay. That's strong, but not totally
And its defense
screwed.
decreases by 1.
Yes, but I'm planning to stun lock this mother forever.
Oh my God. Okay.
This is
All right.
Falas's ability to shoot things in the face repeatedly.
So this must modify your initiative order, though, right? Like you must now go.
No, I get
on
my
Bort's
regular
initiative?
turn. This takes up one of Bort's actions. Yeah.
Yeah, this is essentially like I used my power to get him to make a good attack during my turn,
Yeah.
like as my action.
Huh.
So if you want to use your metal to like
Okay.
God's Eye it now is a good time.
How long is this thing stunned for? Just one round?
It's I don't know when it recovers from a stun. Does it recover on its turn, like after its turn, or after my? I don't know how this works. Oh, the rule says stun until the end of its next turn. So it'll be. So I guess Frostglade won't get benefit.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, so no one really is going to benefit from the stun.
Well, Bort has another action.
That's true. Yeah.
Unless Bort wants a Tactician Frostglade.
So also, I want to refresh everybody on metal, because I think that's something that we should probably talk about. You can use it to,
Yes.
You can spend it and you refresh it at the start of your turn. So if you spend it on your turn, you're not going to be able to use it as a reaction or anything else. So just bear in mind that. You can use metal to take an extra action, use a talent or a miracle that requires it. You can double your training in a test. You could double your focus, and you recover it when you come back. So like if you are doing a check to avoid something, so on and so on, you can use those to things like double your training and double your focus, or you can use it to make an extra action on your turn. So in your case, Bort, is there anything that you want to try and do now that you gave that one action over?
Yeah, I'll use my metal to God's Eye this thing, because it's coming back at the end of its upcoming turn, right?
It's going to move after you.
Yeah, it goes after you, and then it returns from stun at the end of its turn.
Yeah, so it does miss, or it is stunned for its one turn, right?
Yeah, during its turn.
Yeah. Okay, I'll just give it a good laser in.
Cool.
I think this is a serious guy. We should just pile on as much as we can.
Yeah. So I just make a ranged attack. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
And yours is what? I think you said you were average, and now it's against his. He's now average.
Yeah.
So he was good, now down to average because he's gone down by 1. Yeah.
Right.
So it'd be on 4s.
Okay. One of them. Got 1 4.
Got 1 4. Okay, so you kind of blast, kind of like just the fur off the back. Like it has this like mangy rotted fur, and you just kind of zap that, and it kind of sizzles a little bit, but it doesn't seem to react. Okay, it's this creature's turn. It got a little bit disoriented. It can only take 1 action. Frostglade, it's right in front of you. It plants its claws into the ground, and it rears back, and you just hear this like high-pitched, shrill call. And then a few moments later, you hear the fluttering of these large cat-sized bats come flooding into the room.
Yikes.
A swarm of 3 dark harriers are around it. So it's almost like the sort of situation where they are kind of orbiting it in rotation. And that is the one action it's able to take this turn. Let's see. I believe that's it, right?
Okay. Frostglade?
Frostglade, yeah.
Is only distracted for a moment, and he considers like swapping to his scythe, but I think I really want to focus on this critter. That's why we're here. So I'm going to swing with the greatsword, and then I might swing with the greatsword again. Who knows?
Change things up a little.
Yeah.
Its defense is good. What's your attack?
Its defense is average.
Is still good?
Oh no, it is good again. Dang it!
It's back to good. Yeah.
Of course, right? Because that was his turn. Okay. So I got 3 successes. 4, 6, 6. And even with my training, I can't do any better than that. Yep. So 5 damages again.
Nice. Okay.
Wow.
He's still alive, right? Of course he is.
He is. Yeah, he's still kicking. not. You're still kind of going toe to toe with him right now. What kind of slash are you doing?
I feel like there's this weapon's so big and heavy that you've got to let gravity do most of the work for you. So there's really only like 2. Well, obviously 2-handed, but full body, really slow, 3 seconds per swing, and tons of follow through. Pulling Frostglade half off his feet as he does so. I'm going to swing again.
Oh, okay. Yeah, with your metal.
Yep, metal it up.
Cool. Yep.
Okay, we'll need my focus. 4s, right? Okay, again that's 3 plus 2, so I got 5 again.
Nice. Okay, cool.
We should just have death metal playing in the background the entire time. Use the metal.
So as you make that strike, you do take a chunk. It hits the wing and it like clips it, and you see like the wing like just buckle a little bit, and it seems like that really did some damage.
Okay, Frostglade just rumbles. This is serious business. This is why he's here.
Yeah. All right, Falas.
All these creatures are making me a little batty.
Frostglade commits seppuku.
Seppuku?
Yeah.
Yeah, seppuku. Yeah. All right.
Do I want to try to stun it again? I feel like I'm not going to be successful this time if I try to stun it again.
Not with that attitude.
I know. Well, if you've ever seen me roll...
Bort the life coach.
All right. Well, I am ambidextrous. Oh, actually, I wonder previously when I did that attack, I should have added another d6 because I have +1 d6 when dual wielding. Oh, well, I didn't do it. This time I will make sure I include my ambidextrous dice. I have 7 dice. I'm putting it all into this called shot to the face of the creature once more.
Okay.
Nice.
So
Come
6s.
on, big money. Oh, yep. 4 6s, and I have a 3 that I could just dump all my focus into to make that 5 6s.
Wow.
Oh,
okay.
my G.
All right. I'm going to do a very quick roll. Okay.
How many wounds?
So, this is the what happens instead. As you try and dial back and take the shot, the shroud of these bats that are surrounding it and cycling around, they form up as a shield and take the hit instead. Cool. So, how much damage do you do?
That's 5 damage. 5 successes.
5 damage. So you kill 2 of the bats and harm the third.
Interesting.
They're a swarm, yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic. No,
yeah.
great work. That's awesome. Yeah, that's what we need.
I was planning to do my follow-up shot to pull out the repeater and just clear them with the splash damage. Screw it, man. Falas sheathes his cutlass and pulls out in the same kind of like motion down out the repeater crossbow. Now he's got 2 guns going akimbo on this, and he is going to fire the repeater with his metal. With his metal action, he's going to fire the repeater.
Okay.
Actually, I don't want to hurt Frostglade. This might hurt Frostglade even through his armor.
Doesn't this just hit everybody?
Yeah.
It does hit everybody, but I was hoping to hit the...
Frostglade looks at the body lying on the other side of the room.
No, because I just realized I could roll a lot of successes with 7. Let's not do that. Kind of... Actually... Okay, sorry. I'm going to do a lot of actuallys right now. I need to think. You have 2 armor, right? So I'm gonna well.
Oh, Murray, you
worth
know
the risk.
This is a bad.
Worth the risk.
You shouldn't be asking your allies what their armor is. This is not. This is not a good question to ask.
Yeah. Well, how much health do you have?
The splash damage. This is why I asked, because the splash damage is half of the thing, of my main damage. So if I can never roll more than 4, then you will never take the splash damage. Is what I'm thinking.
I believe you. It's just metagaming, and just do you want that to be the 2 damage that kills me also? I mean, man, that would
all right,
suck.
Fine. I undo that motion, resheathing the repeater, pulling out the sword. No, he never put away the cutlass. I still have the cutlass and the single shot out. I'm just gonna take a regular shot. I feel like he is here's the thing though, if I hit him, okay.
Oh God,
right.
Where are we?
All right, I'm gonna have to move it along. What do you want to do? Right now, what are you gonna do?
Sheath the cutlass, pull out the repeater. I am gonna fire the repeater using 4 dice. I am gonna shoot it at the big bad.
Okay, and the repeater is the spread though, right?
This is a spread one. So I am good against his good. So I need 4 or better, correct?
Yep, that's right.
So that is going to be... I don't know how focus splits up when I do dual attack with dual range. But I'll put one of my focus into one of these, and that would give me 4 successes, exactly.
Okay, and now everyone around you needs to make an athletics.
They need to do a reflex.
Okay.
Reflexes?
Mm-hmm.
So the things around... I'm just trying to think about the order of operations, how the Harriers would apply against this. I guess. Okay, you know what? So we'll see if they do their check, and they do. So they take the initial.
They need to roll 4 successes, right?
No. So what I'm saying is like they take ranged attacks instead of hitting him. So they succeed in taking the attacks as if they're like Guardian,
Oh, so the splash doesn't
they hit
damage
that,
doesn't
and then
hurt first?
No. So they would get the hit, and then because it hits the target first, and then it splashes from that. So he would take
Okay,
his
that's fair.
save to avoid the splash. But they take it, and the last one dies.
And then the splash hits Frostglade and the bat thing. It's a reflex. It's a reflex 4/4. This is an opposed against my attack.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, I got 1 success.
So Frostglade, you take
5 dice.
Frostglade, you take 2 damage, which hopefully is 0 thanks to your armor.
Oh, okay.
And
It's 3 successes.
so you will take the 2 damage.
Because it's half, or
No,
what is it?
well, yeah, you take half the damage and you roll opposed check to negate completely. So you
got
either
3
negate or you
successes.
don't. It seems like I will take my second shot with my regular single shot at this guy, and get 2 successes on that. Pew, 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 pew. And then I fired with my other my single shot, and he takes another 2.
Okay, so both of those are going to do 1 chip damage on him.
Mm-hmm. Chip,
You kind of see him like get his wing up, and like the shrapnel and stuff kind of like just tear holes in his viscous membranes. Okay, Bort. Sorry, that's your turn, right, Falas?
That's my whole turn.
Okay.
This thing is definitely not within melee range, so I think I'm just gonna have to laser.
You can just run up to him as a move action.
Yeah, you'd be able to do the run action to get over and move a zone over. But
yeah,
it's up to you.
There's just one zone away.
But he is he like currently flying in the air? Like, am I actually?
No, he's on the ground. Yeah.
Oh, okay, perfect. Yeah, I'm gonna do that then. Bort's gonna ready his ether hammer. Is that what it's called? Ethermite hammer in both of his hands, and he steadies himself and jogs over as fast as his little legs can carry him straight up into this guy's grill, and he's just gonna give a mighty swing of the hammer.
Hammer kill.
Awesome. Do you want to do a charge?
Oh, is that a thing I can do? Is that a trap?
It's a trade-off. It's a trade-off. So
yeah.
If you charge and do the charge attack action, you get an extra D6 when you're attacking, but your defense goes down 1 until your next turn.
Seems risky. I'm gonna do it.
It makes for good radio.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so his little legs will carry him, and he'll wind up as he's running over and just try to charge at this guy.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Boy.
This
4 successes.
Ooh,
nice.
Spicy.
Boom.
What's your attack? What's your melee ladder? Okay, cool. And then what's your hammer's damage?
It's 3 plus S, and I don't remember what S is.
S is successes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did you say
great.
3 plus S?
Yeah.
7 damage.
Holy shit.
Yeah, the hammer, I think, takes up like 2 out of her 6 slots on her ring.
Yeah, it's really good. And I don't know why I've been defaulting to the laser eye. I guess it's just for the range, but like the hammer is awesome.
That's pretty wild. I had no idea it would be that potent. So you come charging over with your stumpy legs like tom tom tom, and you wind back with your hammer, and you bring it down on this thing's like hip joint, and you just hear it shatter.
Oh my god.
This creature like just buckles and falls down to like a knee, and just it howls in pain. And do you want to use any metal or anything, or is that your turn?
Finish it off. Right? You have earned it. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Do you get like some kind of like crushing blow?
No, unfortunately I don't have any like coup de grace or anything like that. Yeah, I'll take another swing with my hammer. I guess just with 3 die this time.
Mm-hmm.
Your flimsy wings can't stop this hammer.
All right, I'm gonna try and get it on the backswing.
Okay.
Everybody stop. It's hammer time.
2 6s.
2 6s. Okay, nice. So that'll hit.
5 damage.
Yes. 5.
5 damage? How did 2 6s? Dave, I want an ether hammer. That's my new endeavor.
Can you imagine the tree guy with like an ether rig?
Okay, so it's not quite dead, but where do you tag it with this hammer on your next swing?
If it buckles down on the first swing and I try to hit it again on the backswing. I'm hoping that it kind of like just takes it literally on the chin.
Yeah, that makes sense. Bring
Yeah.
it down to your height and then
Nice.
just kind of like mallet swing on this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the hammer connects with its like jaw, and you see like a couple of just fangs go like splintering out, and it rears back, and you just see like blood, just like like when you get the picture, the video of like the people in the pool that kind of like do the thing with their hair, and it whips back and like, does that. It does that, except with like a bloody like.
Bort revels in it. He screams as he's just splattered.
And it turns to face the camera
splashes across
because
your
I'm
virus.
worth it.
And now it is this creature's turn.
Now
Well,
we hope
I
you don't regret your decision.
I won't regret it, but I might die. No regrets.
I know medicine. You'll be fine. I can put my fingers down your throat. No problem.
Just gonna
I'll suck out the poison.
You'll suck on my lifeless corpse. Like, this'll
You'll
help.
be fine.
Why are none of the tricks I know working?
So it is it's got a quite a potent roll. What's your defense, Mariel?
Defense is poor.
Oh, that's awesome. Wow.
That's awesome.
Seriously.
He's gonna.
Oh,
win
because
all
you're
hits.
down. You're down one. Yeah. Wait, is it poor
She was
normally, or
average.
is it
Or
now?
he was
No.
average.
It's just poor. It's just,
Wait, so it's default poor,
it sure is.
Oh dear.
and you charged, which drops you by one. Okay, fortunately,
I
you bought him
drop
out. You
below?
bought her. You bought him out at poor, so I guess you should always be charging.
Yeah, always
Yeah.
be charging.
Let's be sure.
Somebody give that
Look,
dwarven
guys.
credit card.
ABCs.
How does 7 penetrating damage sound?
Not great.
How much armor do you have?
2.
Okay. So it shaves that in half. It's you take 6 damage.
All right. That's
fine.
I'm at 1, guys.
1, 2.
Okay.
This is normal.
Do an athletics 4-2 body check. 4-2 body.
God, 4-2 body athletics. I'm not an athletic person. A 4 and a 1, so no.
Okay. All right. So it restrains you, and it still has 2 actions left. So what it is going to do with this ability,
Oh, I should have stunned it.
it sinks its foot talons into you, and you see its wings draw back, and it flies. And it with your substantial girth, it is a little bit difficult, but it flies, takes you off the ground, and with its broad, leathery, like patchwork wings, it shoots up again, and it takes you up into the hatch and
Wait,
out of
are
sight.
you saying it's moving into a different zone away from me?
Yeah, I would.
I will take an opportunistic shot.
Okay, hang on.
Shoot the foot.
Yeah, I also
his
want that
on
talent,
page
Dave. I want
88.
that talent, Okri's goggles, and Mariel's hammer. And then I'll be happy.
It's a little bit vague. Once per round, you may immediately make an action when an opponent attempts to move away from you.
Up is away.
Leaving,
and away.
moving a zone away is away.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, it's
okay.
so broadly worded, man.
Yeah, it sounds like a disengage is kind of what they're intending, but go for it.
I will milk this for all as much as I can while I still can.
What are you attacking with?
So it's interesting. I have ambidextrous is like description of it, the flavor of it is like you kind of like fake the guy out, like, oh, you don't know which one I'm going to shoot you with. So kind of got a Falas does a little one of the and then shoots like underneath from the hip with the single shot handbow.
Okay.
Mine is what? I'm a good against good.
Good against good.
So I need 4s.
Yep.
I have 4 successes,
4 successes. Okay.
which is 4 damage.
Okay. Yeah, so you stick a bolt in this thing, and you hear it kind of like screech and like almost drops Bort, and then it continues on its move action up into the
No,
loft.
Drop Bort. He's too short. I came up short, dropping Bort.
All right, so they are now out of your line of sight, but it has one more action with its metal, and it is going to attack.
Recite its clan history.
Restraint. So, Bort, it brings you up into this chamber, and you see it is nearly pitch black, It has this stench of death up here, and basically, as it soars up, it spreads its wings wide after it clears the gap, and it slams down onto you, and you are now restrained. Okay, well, fortunately, you can't get below poor.
Nice.
Okay, so not it's got a one. Oh no, 2 is success, isn't it? All right, so not as great, but it gets not as great for you.
No, probably not.
It's 7 penetrating damage.
That's a lot.
Oh.
That's a lot. So how does
It
I have a
ignores
question.
1 armor.
How does death work?
How do wounds work? How do wounds?
Well, I think that's the first question. Hopefully, is
Yeah.
wounds.
Oh, okay.
Because wounds don't count down one at a time. Apparently, I learned this last time.
So I take a wound.
How much toughness do you have in total?
7.
7. So you were at 1 after the previous attack. Now you're taking.
Yes.
So you take 1 more toughness. So now you're 0, and you have 5 more damage incoming.
Okay.
So that's going to be like a serious wound.
If your toughness is 0 and you suffer 5 or more damage from a single source, you take a deadly wound.
Deadly.
And that fills 3 spaces on your track.
So that's 3 wounds that you just took.
Okay. That's fine.
That is fine. This is normal. Everything is okay.
So what basically happens here is it slams you down. It sinks one of its claws into your armor, and it rips open a gap, and it rears back, and it plunges its fangs into your flesh, and you actually feel it sucking your vitality away. It lurches back, and you can actually see like its eyes almost like glimmer in like this like sick, sinister satisfaction, and it looks hardier than it did before.
Oh man.
Bet.
And that's its turn.
How the heck did we
Frostglade.
get in there?
What do you do?
Well, it looks like we did what we came here to do, so time to leave.
Find a
What?
cup then.
No, Frostglade. Take care, Okri. Actually, so as Bort is being picked up and hauled away, Frostglade is going, Okri, no! Jokes aside, actually that is what Frostglade does, but he immediately heads to just underneath the hatch. I guess I'm technically in the same space as the hatch.
Yep.
Yeah, so what I want to do is probably delay, and I'm gonna fling Falas up there.
Well,
Okay,
I wanna
cool.
hear,
And then take my
from the
turn.
DM, like, what kind of actions are we able to take to try to get in there?
Yeah, so as you survey the scene, let me know if you look for anything. As you approach the hatch, the ladder has been knocked down. The hatch itself is kind of like this splintered open hole in the ceiling. So I think if you wanted to hurl someone like a Falas up through that hole, I think what you'd probably want to do is, and it'd be athletics or might. I think in this case, might makes the most sense.
We're just sticking Falas through a hole.
How high is the ceiling?
It'd be at least 10 foot. Oh yeah, no, it would have to be pretty high because you are 12 feet and you've been moving unabated. It's probably at least 18-foot ceilings.
Wow.
Oh, that is pretty freaking high.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, that's oh shit. Yeah, throwing you in there might actually be the only reasonable thing. So I basically want to delay, and then we can coordinate with Falas, but I think I've got to try to get you up there. So we don't have this whole conversation. On Frostglade's turn, he moves under the hatch, screaming out Okri's name, Okri Okrison, my old friend, and then looks at Falas and simply says,
I'll throw you.
and is ready underneath the hatch.
All right, Falas
awesome.
turns his hat backwards, which is a tricorn, so it doesn't really look that much different. All right.
He turns it and it's exactly the same.
It's the old fastball special then. I'm ready. So I guess I'll just move into the zone, which is my move action.
It's the open arms of Frostglade. All right, Frostglade, let's see what kind of might check this would be. Sorry?
Yeah, we hug, and
Yeah.
I hope
You guys are just
I hope
hugging
Bort
hugging
does
and
okay.
swallowing.
Reminisce on all the good times you had with Okri.
Yeah, remember the time you stuck my face, Frosty?
Oh my goodness.
That was 7 minutes ago.
I just want to kind of deduce what kind of level of difficulty I think this check would be. Falas, how hefty are you? You're an elf, but you're a thick, double C thick elf. From your own description.
I'd be thick.
What did you call him?
Double C thick. I don't know.
How much do you think Falas weighs?
200 pounds.
Okay. Yeah, he's got
that's
on
a thick,
Yeah.
thick elf.
For an elf, that's thick.
Yeah.
I love the earnestness of like, yeah, that's a thick elf. Frosty, you're huge. You're needing to chuck him at least 6 vertical feet.
Yeah, it's significant.
Yeah.
It is, yeah. So I'm thinking like, and I'm open to talking through this, but I think a 5-3 makes sense here.
I do think we should be able to somehow combine our efforts. It shouldn't just rest in just my hands or just his, I don't think.
Let's say I'm assisting you.
Okay.
And I'll give you at least 1 extra dice for whatever the heck you're rolling.
So you'd need to do the help action then. So that would take one of your actions. If that's cool with you.
Oh, it will take my action.
Yeah, because the help is an actual action in combat.
Okay. Yeah, I guess so, right? While I run towards Frostglade, I'm going to holster the repeater handbow and pull out the cutlass once more because it looks more cool when you like point your sword up. Go flying. Just for
Falas, why? And then
so
might, Dave?
5-3 might body check. I will also say, if you want, you can use some metal here. You guys have Soulfire available to you. You can use like something like your metal to double your training in something.
Yeah, I don't have a ton of training.
I have 0 training in might.
Can you actually help then?
So I can only, with my help action, I can only give you one extra dice. I don't know if that's worth it. What is it you say? You have to do a 4-3?
5-3.
5-3. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, maybe it's worth giving you that dice.
Take an extra action, count. Double your training, double your focus.
So you have to double your training before you roll the dice. You can double your focus after you see the results. Or you could you could use your metal to basically do the action again. That would probably be fine.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Like double up. That's probably the best check. Best.
Mm-hmm.
I need 3 5s.
Yeah.
Oh
3,
boy.
5 or more. Yeah.
This is gonna be fun. Okay, just a moment. Soulfire, super points from shared pool, lots of great actions we can use. Shared with the rest of my Soulbound allies. We let on fire when you use the Soulfire. I have no useful information in this description. I'm just realizing.
Of Soulfire?
Okay, whatever.
So far, you can auto success on all your stuff.
That's true. Yeah, you can auto 6s on everything.
Oh, well, we really need you up there. Yeah, I want to Soulfire it.
Okay, wait. So how much are you rolling? Then maybe I don't need to help you if you're just autoing.
Well, yeah, if he's going to Soulfire it, then you definitely don't need to help.
Yeah, let's Soulfire it.
Okay.
Frostglade lights on fire, grabs you. You both go up in flames. This was a mistake. I don't know what we were thinking.
Oh, God.
No, I'll definitely Soulfire to get Falas up there.
Okay.
And then how long does Soulfire last?
One. You just use it. That's it.
You basically can auto succeed a check if you use the Soulfire. Do you want to do it?
I definitely want to do it. Yeah, we need Falas up
tough
there.
check.
Bort, from your perspective, you're alone with this creature up top. You see it just shudder as it gets a solid drink of flesh and blood. You see its vitality return, and it looks down at you, claws at the ready. You feel the Soulfire being pulled together from the entire binding, and you see through the hatch, you see this pirate, cutlass drawn, landing at the ready to face down this creature.
3-point landing.
Oh.
3-point landing. What does Falas say?
Looks like I'm about to do some surgery on you.
It's not a doctor.
It's not.
Dave, it's not a pun. It's not a pun. We'll take it. It's great.